Pixar didn't just make you cry on purpose. They hid 6 secrets so dark, they quietly rewrite the movies you grew up loving. Every one of these films is sitting on your shelf right now, looking completely innocent. But fans have spotted clues the writers buried in plain sight, and once you see them, you can't unsee them. We're going weakest to wildest, so stick around. The last theory turns a Pixar classic into pure horror. Let's start with Ratatouille, the cutest one of the bunch. The theory is that the real horror isn't a rat in a kitchen, it's what the rat is doing to a human. Remember how Remy controls Linguini? He tugs the guy's hair like reins, and Linguini's whole body obeys. Watch Linguini's face in those scenes. Blank, slack, gone, like nobody's home. He becomes a confused, anxious wreck the second Remy lets go. So the feel-good message of anyone can cook falls apart. Linguini never learns a thing. He's a puppet who gets famous off a rodent puppeteering his nervous system. The happy ending is a man who has handed total control of his body to an animal, forever. Theory 2 takes the happiest toys in cinema and gives them a nightmare. We always say Woody and Buzz are alive, but think about what alive actually means here. They feel pain, fear, loneliness, and abandonment, and they can never die. When Andy stops playing with them, they don't switch off. They just wait, fully conscious, for years. Remember Jessie's song? She sings about being loved, then forgotten, then shoved in a box in the dark. She wasn't asleep in that box. She was awake the whole time. These toys can be burned, shredded, or buried in a landfill, and they'll feel every second of it. Immortality plus total helplessness isn't a kid's movie. It's a prison sentence with a smile painted on. Theory 3 is the one that quietly breaks people. The idea is simple and devastating. Carl dies right at the beginning, and the entire adventure is the afterlife. Think about it. An old man lifts an entire house with balloons. Physically impossible. From that moment on, everything gets gentler, brighter, almost dreamlike. Russell shows up like a little guide who appears out of nowhere on his doorstep. Some fans even call Russell an angel, walking Carl toward letting go of Ellie. By the end, Carl releases the house, releases his grief, and finally moves on. The literal goal of a soul at peace. Watch that way. Up isn't about a trip to a waterfall. It's about an old man dying alone and finding peace on the other side. Theory 4 turns a feel-good ocean adventure into a grieving father's breakdown. Here's the claim. Nemo dies in the very first scene, and the whole journey is happening in Marlin's head. Remember the opening? The predator wipes out Marlin's wife and every single egg. The theory says one egg didn't survive either. Marlin just couldn't accept it. So he invents a living son named Nemo. The word Nemo literally meaning no one in Latin. The entire film becomes a father chasing a child who isn't there, learning to face a loss too big to hold. Finding Nemo stops meaning a rescue mission. It means a broken dad slowly finding the courage to admit his son is gone. Theory 5 takes your favorite furry duo and makes them part of a horror system. Monsters Inc. tells you the monster world runs on the screams of human children. An entire economy, their power grid, their city, their lights, is built on terrifying kids in their beds at night. Sully and Mike aren't heroes in that world. They're top employees in a scream factory. Now think about every kid who ever swore something was in their closet and got told it was nothing. The film basically confirms it. They were right, and the adults gaslit them. Yes, the ending switches from screams to laughter, but only because laughter generates more power. They didn't stop harvesting children. They just found a more efficient way to do it. And here's the wildest one. The theory I promised you'd save for last. WALL-E looks like a cute robot love story, but the theory says it's quietly the end of the human species. Look at the people on the Axiom. Boneless, bloated, unable to walk, fed and moved by machines. Humans evolved bodies over millions of years, And in space, they've degenerated into helpless blobs in floating chairs. The robots run everything. The captain barely knows how to stand. The darkest read is that humanity didn't survive. It was replaced. Wall-E and Eve, two robots, are the only characters who show real love, courage, and curiosity in the whole film. By the end, the machines have inherited the soul humans threw away, and the happy return to Earth is just the last weak generation crawling back to a planet they already killed. And here's the final gut punch. Every one of these films was made for children, and the clues were left in on purpose for you to find later. If even one of these broke your brain, hit subscribe and like. It genuinely helps us dig up more secrets like these. So, tell me down in the comments, which Pixar movie can you never watch the same way again?